So in the last video, I talked to you about would have and woulda. Now I want to show you the would not have and wouldna. All right, be ready. Let's start. So let's talk about the form, the basic elements. We've got I, you, we, they, he, she. Now, if it's the negative with would, we use would not. Okay, would is a modal verb using not in the negative. Would not have, past participle, if I, we, they had not, past participle, right? So the had and would both use the word not in the negative. So this is important for our pronunciation. If we look at the other way, we can use all the same ingredients, right? In a different order, but the same basic idea, right? There's had not and would not. But these are all the ingredients, and we can change the order all we want. But you must have all the ingredients to make the third conditional. Now, when we look at pronunciation, so I would not have done it. This is important to be able to understand a native speaker when they want to say, I would not have done it. Almost nobody speaks like this. Nobody says, I would not have done it. Very rare. What we do have is would not is wouldn't have done it. Okay. From there, this is correct grammatically in the writing. Now it's I wouldn't have done it, wouldn't have done it. And now two things are going to happen now. First, the T in wouldn't will disappear, and the have or if will become an a. Wouldna. I wouldn't have done it. Complicated, right? When we start here, I would not have done it. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. And we speak quickly. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. All right? This is real. This is really what native speakers are saying. I wouldn't have done it. Oh, I wouldn't have done that. All right? So this is what we're training. Wouldn't. So go slow, pause, listen, and repeat always. So let's go to our practice, and let's always remember, pause, listen, repeat, and train. Okay? It's those little sounds you need to listen and repeat to be prepared to understand, and then later to start to use. Ready? I would not have bought a new phone if I had not broken my other one. So go slow. I wouldn't have bought a new phone if I hadn't broken my other one. I wouldn't have, so would not have, I wouldn't have bought a new phone if I hadn't broken my other one. Next part, so the T in wouldn't disappears, and the have will become an a. I wouldn't have bought a new phone if I hadn't broken will become hadn't broken my other one. I wouldn't have bought a new phone if I hadn't broken my other one. I wouldn't have bought a new phone if I hadn't broken my other one. He would not have sent it if I had not told him to send it. So he would not have sent it. He wouldn't have sent it if I hadn't told him to send it. And he wouldn't have sent it. He wouldn't have sent it if I hadn't told him to send it. So he wouldn't have sent it if I hadn't told him to send it. He wouldn't have sent it if I hadn't told him to send it. Told him to send it. If he had known it was going to be so expensive, he would not have bought it. If he'd known it was gonna be so expensive, so if he had known, if he'd known it was gonna be so expensive, he wouldn't have bought it. And finally, if he'd known it was gonna be so expensive, he wouldn't have bought it. If he'd known it was gonna be so expensive, he wouldn't have bought it. If I had been you, I would not have told them. If I had been you, I wouldn't have told them. I wouldn't have told them. If I'd been you, I wouldn't have told them. I wouldn't have told them. Okay? I would not have given it to them if I had known they were not going to use it. I wouldn't have given it to them if I had known they weren't gonna use it. I wouldn't have given it to them if I had known they weren't gonna use it. I wouldn't have given it to them, so I would not have given it to them. I wouldn't have given it to them if I had known they weren't gonna use it. I wouldn't have given it to them if I had known they weren't going to use it. Alright, this brings us to the end of our video, would not have to wouldna. I hope you enjoyed it. Please watch it again. If it's a little bit complicated, contact me with questions, anything you need. See you in the next video when I will talk about could and could have. See you there.